Hey, Graham.
Are you filming me, Jen?
I am.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, so there are lots of people there.
Yeah. There's a lot of people.
Yeah.
And you see yourself up on the top of our sculpture.
Next that I made though is my daughter lives in Vietnam and we do Skype. And when she first moved there, she took the camera and she showed us her apartment and she leaned out the window and showed us the street that she lived on. And it was just an amazing thing that we can do now. And that connects to the vision that they have, is that we really can connect with the other parts of the world.
All of these electronics are relatively new in terms of the world of art production. And one of the things that I think is important about this too is that we're using things not exactly as they were intended to be used. And so I'm trying to encourage us all to not just do what we're told, but to go beyond that a little bit. Try thinking outside of the directions and bending rules and becoming disciplined as opposed to obedient.
It was wonderful. I'm so glad I was here because it gave a completely different kind of meaning having the experience.
Being here.
Being here. And they're wonderful. The guy with the little hat, amazing. Amazing.
And I know, I hope that everybody does feel welcome here, and in addition to that, I do hope that the more welcome that you do feel a sense that you belong here, and that whatever you feel like you have to say or add is totally worthwhile and justifiable because you do belong here, and whatever it is that you say, even whether it's a criticism or a comment, that it will not be disregarded and it will be heard respectfully.
It was pretty neat. I'd never really seen anything like that, and we kind of understood a little bit more as she was showing people that it's like the live feed from the camera that's
It was cool. I was a little confused, but I think I get it with all the different files on the computer and stuff. We didn't really participate though. I was a little nervous because I didn't want to mess anything up, so I didn't want to touch anything, but it looked cool.
I was curious, is that a permanent way that it would be installed, or is that temporary?
It's about the museum's recycling materials. They're from the basement, except for that ball.
So anywhere that this would move, it would be completely different?
Yeah.
I find that very interesting too, that it's so temporary. I love the way that the ball looked. It gave a certain dimension with the filming, and it was very interesting.
That's a good question, because we went down to the cellar of the Arnot Art Museum and we took up all the stuff that is not normally considered artworks, like the crates and the boxes that kept stuff. There might actually be a couple of good paintings in those crates, I don't know. But they are not stealing the show. All these things that are not considered kind of like art materials, they are having the main stage here.
What do you think about it being junk that they're screening it on? Do you have any thought?
I like that because it's like recycling. I like recycling.
We've done this one time before, and so this is it really is a brand new experimental project for us. And each time we've done it, we've learned a lot, but we've also learned that there are a lot more ways to experiment and try things out. But it's not about us getting better and then becoming the best at this. It's about people trying things out in general, not this, but anything. This is just an example. That's why the product really is irrelevant in relation to the experience of it, because it's intended to be an inspiring experience that is hoping to draw in willing participants in other community endeavors.
Well, I'd like to come in here when there's nobody else in there, have the room to myself, and do movement along with the sculpture. With the lighting, with the video, and reacting to it, adding another layer with movement and dance, and that's what it inspired in me.